Welcome to Movies Recap channel. Today I want to show you a crime drama directed by Michael Noor, an adaptation of the autobiographical novel of the same name by former prisoner Henri Charrière. This is a remake of the original film made in 1973. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and enjoy watching. A young Frenchman named Henri Charrière, Charlie Hunnam, is known in criminal circles as Papillon. He trades in the theft of jewelry and has gained fame as a professional in the thieves' business. Dreaming of a carefree life with his beloved, a working dancer, Henri takes a dangerous step. He hides part of the stolen from his boss. For the latter, this does not go unnoticed. Deciding to punish the ward, he hangs a murder on him, which the young thief did not commit. Further, the plot of the film takes the viewer to the ship, in the cramped cabins of which the protagonist with hundreds of other prisoners sails across the Atlantic to French Guiana, in the northeast of South America. Not everyone will get there alive, but the main character is ready for any trouble. But his neighbor named Louis Degas, Rami Malek, is horrified by his situation. Just yesterday, he is a millionaire, married to a beautiful wife. Today he is heading to one of the most terrible prisons for especially dangerous criminals. For counterfeiting securities. Henri realizes that an acquaintance with an influential person is too valuable in his position to miss, and offers Louis protection in exchange for his financial opportunities. Even at the end of the world, in a prison where it is almost impossible to escape, money has the same value as in the civilized world. That evening Degas is awakened as two convicts murder a prisoner sleeping next to him in order to cut open his stomach and steal the money he had swallowed. Louis agrees, and thus acquire a reliable bodyguard. Papillon saves Degas' life and is punished for fighting by the guards. In exchange for Papillon's protection, Degas agrees to finance Papillon's escape. However, upon arrival, things do not go as smoothly as expected. Among the prison guards there is one who is familiar with Degas' financial frauds from his own experience, so he and Henri end up in the most difficult hard labor. From there, not everyone returns alive, but the main characters hold on to each other, and a real friendship arises between them. At hard labor, Papillon meets Cellier, Roland Muller, who invites him to run away together. He has a familiar boatman who will ferry them where they need to go. A little later, the prisoners witness the public execution of the captured fugitive on the guillotine. Charrière and Degas, accompanied by guards, are ordered to bury the headless body outside the prison. Louis loses his nerve and refuses to carry the corpse, and Henri, protecting his friend from blows with a whip, stuns the guard with a stone. In the current situation, Papillon finds nothing better than to attempt an escape alone. But the boatman is on the side of the prison commandant, because he will be given more money for the fugitive. Charrière is back in jail. He was lucky that the guard did not die, otherwise he would also have met with the guillotine. The commandant comes up with a more sophisticated punishment: transfer to solitary confinement, where Papillon will have to serve 2 years. Without a companion and almost in complete silence. At first, in a bucket of water, Henri daily discovers half a coconut. The unknown well-wisher turns out to be Louis, who was able to find the right connection so as not to leave a comrade in trouble. But the commandant soon finds out about what is happening and demands to give out an assistant. Papillon is relentless. After serving time, he returns to the general prison, where Degas is waiting for him, who has received a job as an assistant to the commandant and is in good standing. He is trusted, including the keys to some doors. A new escape plan is ready. Cellier and Mathuret, Joel Basman, join the main characters, whose task is to distract the warden. The second escape plan is made from the prison infirmary, while Papillon is feigning insanity from his confinement. Degas is an aide to the warden and still has money to fund the escape. Cellier has a connection to get a boat, and the sexually abused Mathuret is the fourth to join the dangerous venture. Degas drugs the guards using pills meant to sedate a supposedly insane Papillon, and the three others escape over the walls to the jungle, with Degas injuring his leg in the process, to reach a boat Degas paid for. As a storm approaches, it is clear they will not all survive in the small leaky boat. Cellier wants to kill the injured Degas, but Papillon defends Degas, who stabs and kills Cellier as he fights with Papillon. Only 3 make it to the coast of Colombia. Freedom. But no. The nuns who accepted the newly minted seafarers in their settlement are on the side of the law, and it seems that this is not the first time they have brought the fugitives to justice. Mathuret dies in a skirmish with the police, Papillon is again in solitary confinement, and Louis' fate is unknown to him. Ahead of 5 years of loneliness and most importantly, do not go crazy. Exhausted and gray-haired over the years, Henri is met by the commandant. He does not understand where Papillon has such a will to live. The main character is transferred to Devil's Island. This is a terrible prison where the prisoners are left to themselves, because it is impossible to escape. There is only the ocean around, and many meters from the cliff down to the water. Here Papillon meets an old friend who has been waiting for him for many years. But even here the plot of the film Papillon does not end. The heroes come up with a new escape plan, which can be implemented only by risking everything they have, their lives. Everything is ready, but at the last moment Louis refuses, realizing that together, jumping from a cliff and on a makeshift raft of branches and coconuts, it will be impossible to reach the mainland. Alone, Papillon must cope. The agony of choice and a difficult parting are not in vain. Henri does the impossible, makes it to the mainland and hides from French law enforcement in Venezuela for the next few decades. He writes a memoir based on his time in prison and escape attempts. The movie postscript reads, over 80,000 prisoners were condemned to the penal colony in French Guiana, most of whom never returned to France. Henri Charrier's autobiography Papillon became the #1 bestseller for 21 weeks in France. To date, it has sold over 13 million copies in 30 languages. In 1970, the French Minister of Justice signed a decree allowing Charrier to return to France. For the remainder of his life, he lived a free man. The penal colony in French Guiana did not survive him.